This question asks, how will you bring innovative, out-of-the-box thinking, which many of you have already cited, to this board? Or do you feel the current priorities and efforts are the right ones? Please explain. Our first person to explain is Ms. Corrali.
I believe that currently the school district has actually implemented some very creative ways of learning and teaching, such as the small learning community at Sequoia, the AVID program, just the internet, bringing in the International Baccalaureate program, and really getting the AP program up and running very strongly at the charter schools and the comprehensive high schools. So what I would like to focus on really in terms of change is actually bringing financial stability and focusing on what the trustees have been entrusted to do, which is to manage and be fiscally responsible during this challenging time.
Ms. Green.
Well, I have three parts to this. Expanding the vocational education, charter schools, especially the small campuses in East Palo Alto, and also the budgets. And I will get into that a little bit more deeply. I would like to spin down the budget aspects and create ways of a cost analysis, way of retrieving, a cost analysis to accurately retrieve data that will enable me to make the best decisions in the interest of the students. And I'll stop.
Mr. Veranda.
I would approach it from a couple of different angles. One is using technology as possibly a master teacher program. the Career Technical Education is a good program as long as it's robust and rigorous and has a college-bound approach. And then finally, looking at the models in the district that work, charter schools seem to work. We might want to take a look at that as a way of improving.
Ms. Fernandez.
Well, out-of-the-box thinking is something that hopefully happens every meeting and every day, because we need to be creative in solutions to the same problems that keep hitting us over the head, such as the budget problems. But a couple of the very important roles that I think the board has that we can invest some positive energy into are playing a very active advocacy role statewide for education, which is urgently needed, and in addition, broadening the dialogue with the community and with the parents right here.
Mr. Thompson.
1 minute, we could go on a long time. This is a very exciting time to be in education because innovation abounds around us and we should take advantage of that. Three things. At the board level, the board needs to support, as it has in the past and even more so in the future, innovation. Two, we have at our doorstep higher ed that's focused on change in schools more than ever before. We need to tap into that. And three, I agree with those who support charter schools as a fountain of innovation.
Mr. Sarver.
As has been mentioned, there are many innovative programs that have been introduced over the past years, and many of them have been tremendously effective. I'm very excited at the prospect of joining a board that has done so much so well. And thinking outside the box and working to create new things is something that I've been very involved in my schools, creating programs, bringing in outside resources, working with our foundation at Carmont High School to do more and more and get communication going across the schools to share best practices.
And Ms. Injasulian.
Everything we need already exists in our community. As a teacher and a mentor of teachers and as a school leader and a board member, I have never personally been short on ideas. But our role as board members is to figure out how to unlock and energize the resources that exist within the community. And that's part of the reason I'm running. I see my strengths as a person who can support open communication and transparency and inclusiveness and clear priorities. We need pilot programs, and then we need explicit cycles of inquiry to check how the process is going.